Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com, your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Please reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for pricing. Today, we discuss the Blancpain 50 Fathoms Flyback Chronograph, part of the 50 Fathoms dive watch line. This is a stainless steel flyback chronograph, 45 millimeters in diameter, 15.4 millimeters thick, and from lug to lug, 50.5 millimeters, with a 23 millimeter spacing between the lugs. We'll throw it on my wrist. My wrist is 16 centimeters in circumference. And though it is a large watch, you can see that it's actually not overlapping the edge of my wrist. You could probably wear this watch on a wrist as small as 15 centimeters circumference. So my wrist is 16, and you can see it fits quite well. Big is the look, but that has utility value in the world of tool-style watches. The strap is of sailcloth, an incredibly durable textile material, almost impossible to wear through, fray, or rip. It is, in every regard, a 5 to 10 year strap. I've never seen anyone wear one of these out. On the other side, we have an inlay of natural rubber, which provides a supple feel against the skin and also isolates the strap from the moisture, sweat, heat, grit, and oil of the wrist. Here we have a folding clasp, which is not a universal feature on 50 Fathoms models, and you can see it is steel, a double folder, and it features a twin trigger release. You can see the 50 Fathoms logo on there. And then twin triggers pop it open, so it cannot open accidentally. It is not friction fit. You can see a combination of polish and satin. And then again on the profile, you can see how Blancpain uses a vertical satination. You can see that echoed on the flanks of the buckle. The attention to detail here is strong. We have an all satin finished case. A lot of folks don't like the high polish versions of the 50 Fathoms because they're just a little bit too glam rock for a tool style watch. Well, this is a luxury diver after all, but Blancpain clearly heard your pleas, and this one is delivered all satinated for a more muted look. You can see that the bars retaining the straps are held in place by hex screws. Hex screws are used because they're harder to strip out than flatheads, and the combination of screws and bars is quite secure, more so than spring bars. You'll like to see that on a watch like this. The lugs are broken out from the case band, which is a feature you'll find on most Blancpain watches. From the Le Mans to the Villeray to the 50 Fathoms, we have a bezel with a lovely cambered sapphire on top, which gives it a lush, wet, almost bottomless look, as though I'm glancing at some sort of enameled surface. And one of the advantages is that you can have a fully loomed bezel with no hazard to the luminova because there's a sapphire cap on top of it. And you can see this watch is extravagantly loomed. I can line up that bezel index with the minute hand, and I can use that for timing a 60-minute interval in the dark. And you can see the first 15 minutes are fully calibrated, but then we also have indices for each subsequent 5-minute mark, which is not something you'll find on most dive watches. Note that the functions of the chronograph, including the sub-registers and the chronoseconds hands, are all luminescent. Back to the light. You can see that the watch has what look like screw-down pushers, but they're not. You can operate them without unscrewing them, and the watch retains its 300-meter water resistance. The dial is a lovely guilloche. It's cut outboard, and then the hour track is satinated and muted, and then the center dial has a lovely rosette rose lathe pattern. We have sunken sub-registers, larger for the chrono functions, hours and minutes, and then constant seconds down at 6 o'clock. The watch is a flyback chrono, so reset and restart with one push of the trigger. You can start, stop, reset if you wish, but to time events that occur in rapid succession, you use the flyback system, just like that. And so you don't actually have to first stop to reset. Now, the watch does include all applique indices and Arabic numeral 12, a lush upscale look, and you can see we have modified broadsword style hands. It's almost like they're somewhere between broadsword and syringe. You can't see what's under the case back, but I'll fill you in. It is the caliber F185, which is based on the Frederic Piguet 1185. It's a unidirectional automatic winder with a 40-hour power reserve. The flyback chronograph complication. It has a quick set for the date, though being an older architecture, it does not have hacking seconds. It beats away at 21,600 vibrations per hour. It pivots on 37 joules. It is 5-position adjusted, which is a high horology standard. It is beautifully finished in detail, and it has a combination of a vertical clutch and a column wheel for operating the chronograph. So thanks to the column wheel, it has a nice crisp pusher feel. And thanks to the vertical clutch, it engages without any stagger or jump to the seconds hand, and it can be left running in chronograph mode full time because with the vertical clutch there is no additional wear and tear on the movement. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.